Hey everybody, welcome back to the kitchen, and today we're going to be making ginger snaps from my grandmom's cookbook from 1987. Let's get started with what we have going into our ginger snap recipe. 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of butter, 1/4 cup of molasses, 1 egg, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, cinnamon, and ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. So that's it. That's all that's going into this ginger snap recipe. The cookbook says that they are crisp, light, and spicy, homey cookies. So fingers crossed they're delicious. My husband really likes ginger snaps, so that's why we're making these today. So let's get started. So the recipe says to lightly grease cookie sheets, not oil, which I just use some shortening to grease my cookie sheets. It wants you to preheat the oven to 375. We've got that done already, so now let's assemble our dough. First, you're going to blend the first 4 ingredients together. So sugar, butter, molasses, 1 egg. So now we're going to blend the ingredients together until they're well incorporated. I'm going to scrape down the sides, make sure we got everything in there. So next we're going to take the baking soda, salt, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves, and I'm going to whisk them into the flour to make sure that everything gets blended together nice and well. And then I'll slowly mix the flour mixture into my wet mixture and combine everything together. Now we're going to put this into that. Oh my gosh, this mixer has like a mind of its own. Every other hand mixer I've ever used, it's just like easy. Up, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It goes up nice and slow. This one, you go from 2 to 3 and it goes from Bugs Bunny to Tasmanian Devil. It's like trying to take my arm off with it. I miss my old mixer. So easy peasy. The dough's all done. It reminds me a lot of the snickerdoodles from the last video I did. If you haven't seen that one yet, check it out. I'd actually like to know your opinion. Do you think I should do more videos with other people like I did in the last one with my aunt and my mom? I wouldn't mind having the company. So the ginger snaps can be refrigerated to make them easier to work with, but your next step is to roll them into 1-inch balls, roll the balls in sugar, and then place them on your cookie sheet, and you're going to bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. So let's get started with doing that. I have my handy dandy little melon ball scooper. I don't have anybody to help me though. So I'm just putting them on a plate and rolling them around. I do understand why they say put them in the fridge because these are soft. They remind me of Irish potatoes. That's what they look like. Although I've never made Irish potatoes. I'll have to see if there's a recipe in here. We'll do that St. Patty's Day. Let's try it this way. Maybe it'll be a little faster. In my last video at A&M's, when we had to roll them in cinnamon and sugar, I was just taking them and dropping them and swirling them around, which seems to be a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Speed this up, will you? Hey, there's something on the roof! I'm at war with the squirrels. I was putting out snacks for not for the squirrels, for my delivery drivers. You know, those just a little container that had like chips and sodas and actually peanut butter and chocolate. And that's probably my problem because the squirrels probably smelled the peanut butter and chocolate. And first, because it was just on a tray, like a big dumb dummy, but I didn't have any problems when I did it last year. And I thought the delivery drivers were just like taking a lot of snacks, which is fine. And then my husband started finding wrappers in our yard, ripped apart. And I found one like on my porch and I was like, oh, maybe my mail lady dropped it. So I put it back and then I go outside and it's gone. And she didn't come back. Nobody came to my door. So we decided it has to be the squirrels. So I got a plastic container that has a lid and I put all the snacks in there. Within an hour, I put it outside, went in, got in the shower, went to leave my house, and within the hour, they had chewed a hole through the plastic and they had stolen some snacks again. So when my husband got home, he gave me a toolbox, metal toolbox, latches, nice and easy. I put a note on my door telling them that inside the toolbox is where the snacks are because the squirrels are assholes. Don't you know? The next day, it lasted one day. The next day, I come home from work. The plastic handle is completely chewed off. It's like hard plastic too. And the toolbox is wide open. Nobody, I watched on my Ring camera, the mailman that day did not take anything. He didn't even open it. He didn't touch it. Nobody touched it. It was wide open. The freaking squirrels. They stole Doritos, Nutty Buddies. They're just little tiny savages. I don't even know how they got in there. About to plant a camera on my front porch. Actually, I'm just not going to put snacks out anymore. Sorry, drivers. So the dough is ready to go in the oven. I'm going to stick them in the oven 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll give them a taste when we come back. The ginger snaps are all finished baking. They took 8 minutes in my oven on my pans, but always start with 8, and then you can add more if you need to. This is what they look like in my fun little tower. This is what the cookie looks like. Turned out nice in color. They smell good. They don't smell like seriously spiced. Like, I feel like when I made the ginger creams, the cake ones, they smelled like there was like a lot more spice smell. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about these, but without further ado, let's give them a taste. Did I forget something? They're delicious. I think they're really good, but I also am not like a really, really big fan. Maybe I thought I wasn't a big fan of ginger snaps, and then maybe I've never really tried them. My husband likes to get the ginger snaps that come in the orange box every season. I don't think I've ever eaten them. Maybe once. These are really good, but they're very light as far as that. I don't know how to describe it. How do you describe it? Let's eat it again. I think it's a very tasty cookie. A really tasty cookie. I think it's delicious. I think it's a really good cookie. Like I said, it's not super heavy on spices, but maybe I don't have anything to compare it to other than the ginger cream cake, the cake cookie that I made, which to me was like super spiced. This, however, is not. It does not have that heavy like clove flavor. I think that was what was heavy in the ginger creams, which is a video. You know, you want to go check that one out. But these are not. So I don't have anything to compare it to. But, you know, if my husband was here, I could get his opinion. But he's not, so I can't. So I won't. So final thoughts. I think it's a really good cookie. A good ginger snap, maybe. It's a good cookie, no matter what. I mean, it tasted really, really good. As far as a ginger snap, though, don't quote me, because I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just work here. If you're a really big ginger snap fan and you go for like the spice, maybe throw some more in. Maybe. I don't know. Compare it to other recipes. I don't know what to tell you. It's a delicious cookie though. I liked it a lot. Double thumbs up. Let's get into what we're going to get into next time. So next time, instead of using the book, we're going to use a newspaper clipping from 1998, and the recipe is going to be for deviled crab cakes. We haven't done savory in a little while, so I feel like I need to just cut up some of these sweets here and throw in some savory. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm also not looking forward to this. I've never made deviled crab cakes before. I don't know how different it really is going to be from regular crab cakes, but I'm intimidated and intrigued. So the recipe is going to be hard for me to show you this time, so I think we're going to leave that out. But it seems like it's pretty, I don't know. I'm excited for it though. This is we'll just show you the newspaper clipping. This is the newspaper clipping from Wednesday, January 14th, 1998. Because it came out of the book and because this is my grandparents' book, I'm going to assume that this is a Bucks County Courier-Times article because that is the newspaper that they got. I'm not positive though, but that's pretty cool to see. Is this somebody's recipe? I don't know. I also can't see anything right now. You can also make crab imperial. That's also on here. But we're going to do deviled crab cakes. So that's it for today. Next time, deviled crab cakes. If you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Deviled crab cakes. Gonna be making the deviled crabs. Evil.